excited to get to our next match. It's going to be a slobber knocker, I think. I feel like we have a couple of returning people. We'll find out in just a moment. Either way, let's introduce that blue team and get the action rolling.
So first up, we have HolyMacintosh coming from Houston, rocking Alona.
All right.
And then, of course, we have Maru coming up from Sacramento. He's going to be using Spartacus. I like that shirt. All right, okay, all right. And then we have, oh, wait, Vaecon from New York, and he's going to be rocking and Bonnie. And then we have Barcode Stream coming from California in general, and he's going to be using the Black Knight.
He's going to put the whole state on his back. I respect that.
The whole state on his back. I don't represent one part of California. I represent the entire California.
All of the everything.
Speaking of representation, the coach for this team will be Gltovar. Come on out, help these guys out, coach them to victory. He's been doing great all weekend, ladies and gentlemen, helping you guys out. I'm pretty sure I have not once seen him not smiling. Every time, dude.
I'm going to say smile on his face because he knows he's holding it down. So with that said, let's bring on the red team. Coming up first is going to be TheIceBergg with 2 G's, mind you.
Oh, wow. Look at that movement as he walks out. That's very iceberg-like, if I do say so myself.
Fresh of him, coming from Denver, Colorado, and representing Alona. Coming on next is going to be Burnout Fighter from Australia.
Oh, wow.
Home of the gunslingers. Excited to bring out that
Burnout Fighter, the legendary, the godlike. This man is a ghost. Appears everywhere, haunting your streams, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing great things here.
I like that shirt, by the way. We'll get into that later. Coming up next is going to be Saltii. I like the way that's spelled, by the way. Coming out of Florida, representing that Spartacus. And if you've ever played a Spartacus in a bad situation, you're definitely going to get Saltii. So great name there. I love that. And last but not least is going to be Eternal Fire from the Philippines, representing that Black Knight, about to hold it down. And I'm excited for this one because of my favorite coach, one of my favorite coaches, the OldRustyRobot.
Oh, yeah, I got a few of those at home. OldRustyRobot still doing great work helping those teams get to victory.
Comes out with a smile every time and just like, you know what, I'm just going to destroy. I'm just going to wreck, all right?
So let's check out team composition. So we have an Alona and a Spartacus, and I feel like you really can't go wrong there anyway.
Right.
But to back that up, you have an Anne Bonnie and a Black Knight, and that's great team composition. That's going to boil down to who's in front, who's going to lead, and who gets that third tier work. Who is the person who's going to be support? Most people say it's Anne Bonnie.
Right.
Some people might say it's Black Knight in some situations, and I feel like that's one of the dynamics that the blue team is going to take advantage of.
Either way, I like this composition simply because Black Knight, of course, tanky. We saw in the last match, Alona, anytime Alona got isolated, picked off, rushed down, anything like that, all she had to do was just retreat to Black Knight. Let him pop thorns or whatever. She pops her ult, and she's defended. She's protected. No one's going to rush in on Alona because they're going to be stuck in those thorns, which is pretty great. And then, of course, Spartacus on cleanup. Boom, bang, bip, done.
So what about the red team's composition?
Red team composition, let's look at it. Alona, Rollins, Spartacus, Black Knight. Again, Rollins is going to be that weaselly character in the midfield, just applying pressure, hurting everybody, just making those slight little pokes. He's going to be vital, especially when it comes to defense, because he's going to be the one with that movement, making sure to stop anybody pushing the relic. And of course, you do not want to get caught in his barrage. So you're going to see also that Black Knight and Rollins composition when he makes that pull. Expect initiation on the Storms.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see how this turns out. We talked a little bit about team composition. One of those things that takes place and affects team composition is the buyables. Of course, you do have gold available to power up your individual abilities of your warriors. So let's see what they buy.
All right, I'm seeing, wow, immediately. This is the first time I've actually seen this. Look at the red Alona going for death reduction.
And chalice. So using that Reaper, you can actually make sure that any down character comes back faster. But let's just say you max it out right away. You get heroic. That means you delay the returning time of your opposition, and that's really smart. That's something you always want to do.
Yes, this is very true. Now, with that composition, though, I'm expecting to really rush down heavy Alona.
Yes,
she's not going to try to back off of the battle, knowing that she may get killed for it. It's a very interesting decision here.
And just like you said about that Black Knight, right there in the mix, helping out, making sure it's not too much going on, but playing very a front-heavy game right now, and these are just all-out brawls right now at this point, with the Relic being right there in front of the blue zone.
Absolutely. Spartacus does get cleaned up from the red side, and it looks like they're going to be a really, really slow-played push here from the Black Knight. They don't want to not initiate. They just want to make sure the Relic is protected properly so that they have to engage by that shrine and keep their health up.
Nice barrage right there, and you see Alona doing her duty and saving, helping, healing out, and making sure her team is okay, and that's what's going to help out. These long fights kind of boil down to that support, one of those supports being Alona, and she's one of the stronger ones.
Right, and I really do like that there. I do appreciate the fact that the Black Knight decided to give it up and give Ann Bonnie an opportunity to make a breakaway. Unfortunately, it does not happen, and they're still stuck in the midfield.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You get kind of focused on that melee aspect of the game, and you lose track of that relic.
This is a very dangerous situation for that Alona there. About to get cleaned up just like that.
Oh, wow. We have Blue Black Knight is actually on a kill streak right now and doing a great job at it before being met by Red Team's Black Knight.
Woo!
And they just triple team this dude to stop the kill streak happening.
Spartacus
and move
walked
that
in,
relic.
spread his wings, and said, "Stop it." Just like that, we saw an elimination. That was absolutely insane.
So just about 2 minutes left on that clock. We have all 4 members of both teams still alive, and we're going right back to the scrimmage. You see Red Team's Black Knight move that relic before getting caught on the opposing spike trap by the Black Knight.
And again, I still love the fact that the blue team is willing to initiate by that Sun Shrine. While they fight, they are slowly getting healed. And of course, Alona's in that backfield, helping out as much as possible. They do not want as much pressure on that blue side, though, so they're going to push on the ramp and then try to take this fight over to the red side. Oh, be careful of that jail. Looks like he made his way through. Rollins is about to get cleaned up from the Spartacus.
Oh, wow, and they have a power play going right now. It's 4v2, 7 seconds, and that well-placed ramp just makes sure, gives you a little extra time, a misplaced step, and you're going out the other way. And you need to pay attention to those kind of things, especially when this relic is this close to the red team's goal.
Absolutely. Expect the Thorns to come out in that zone.
Just as I say that, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, that was really great. That score happened because the Thorns came out. He knew he was deep. He knew he wanted to be deep. Pops the Thorns so nobody can apply any damage. And, of course, a sneaky little play, a relic push from Spartacus. And just like that, while everybody's stunned, they get the score.
And you can see the Black Knight activate those Thorns to pull all opposition towards him.
Right.
And not many characters have an escape option to get out of there. And being that close to the relay actually makes it so much sense to do it there. You save that ult, pop it, take all that opposition from whoever's trying to score that relic in, makes it a little easier.
Right, and they're in hit stun. They can't defend.
Exactly.
They're stuck. They cannot attack, so that's great stuff from them. Beautiful things from there. I like the buildables coming down. I like the siege barrel coming out just to apply a little bit of defense. It may clip, it may not clip. It looks like Rollins is going to try to clean that out slowly and get a little bit of gold from it.
Oh, nice. And we got a fight happening mid-arena right now. That relic is volleyed up, and you see Thorns activated. Look at what happens right there. And the red team loses its Black Knight because look at the support being so well done by the Alona. And look at that. The Black Knight is in jail. They break him out pretty quick, though. Jailbreak, that's against the law in itself.
Now, in the meantime, while that was happening, actually, Ann Bonnie from the blue team, took a little bit of an intermission because she was not needed, and actually picked up the red buff, which may help them get this round a little bit faster.
Nice.
All right, in the meantime, Alona's alone.
Small movement of that relic, hops over the spike trap.
Wow.
And you see that Ann Bonnie get a kill streak, as well as 2 interceptions by blue team Spartacus.
Oh, this is a very dangerous situation right there for Spartacus on the blue team. He gets cleaned up for it, and meanwhile, they're taking that fight to the Sunshine. I like it. We may see a Black Knight cleaned up here. Never mind. And Bonnie's there to add the kills. Goes for the shot. Actually picks off Alona before she gets to the health.
And you have to remember, Red Team Rollins said, "You don't need me here. I'll just jump off the side of the arena."
BRB.
That's it.
Gotta get my health back. Just give me 15 seconds.
Nice retribution play right there by the Spartacus on the blue team, and then he grabs the relic, but not before getting a team wipe. And you gotta pay attention to those situations. That's what I'm talking about. You get so caught up in one or the other. You get caught up in the fight, you don't recognize that the relic's being moved. You get caught up in the relic, and you don't realize your team's about to be wiped out. Like, it's a toss and go. It's 2 sides of the same coin that you have to pay attention, and it's all about being intuitive. You need to be able to switch from one to the other, as well as keep track of the rest of your team. And let's see how much gold is being spent.
Oh my goodness, the net worth is absolutely insane. 20,000 spent on the blue side, and well done too. They've been earning a lot of gold by killing those buildables. It looks like the red team's gonna go for that damage buff this time around. In the meantime though, we do have a push. Blue does have the relic, but they're gonna push it back to their base just so they can kind of kite around in that midfield. Right, nice. Little defensive move right there. Black Knight's about to get cleaned up, does back off, stays by those shrines. Those mirrors are actually helping out. Doesn't manage to get to the other shrines in the back, though, so he gets cleaned up, and the fight is going to be on blue side now.
And you see Spartacus using that no retreat, that shoulder to move around, and there is the relic. There you go. Red team's alone, life
but it might
a little low.
Might not come into play here. His red team is very low. Oh, the steal tries to pass.
Yo, that ballista is doing so much damage. And then, of course, you have that mirror of judgment right there as well. That is really great because it makes sure that you have control of that zone, gives the opposite team something to think about before trying to move that relic down the arena.
Black Knight trying to initiate a fight on the red buff side. That way, if he wants to, he has the option of popping his armor and, of course, getting those immediate ring outs. Don't think it's going to come into play, though, but there is a scramble here on the side steps. Looks like the blue team is about to take advantage of it, though, as he does catch a Spartacus overextending. Can he clean up this Black Knight here? Looks like we're going to see that one clean up. Alona's really hurt. Alona goes down. There's one left here. Rollins has to run for it. Doesn't seem like he's going to make it here. Just has 3 seconds to survive. Never mind. Team is almost back. Up, everyone's available.
Yeah, most of the team respawns to stop that Black Knight. They wipe the Black Knight and try to move that relic down.
Oh!
Falls off again, and also the relic does too, but that just resets it in the same place. You see red team's Alona pick up that relic, move it down the left side of the arena right now. Nice movement.
I like it, just kiting around, although that is a very dangerous situation for Alona. That matchup versus Rollins is not one she can win, so she has to be careful.
And look at that siege barrel. Look at what it does. Just paves way like a tank, making its way down the field. You can follow that just to get a little help, just to give you a little guidance down that arena.
Oh my goodness, look at the money pickup. Alona is just racking up right now. Beautiful stuff. And again, blue team being smart, taking that fight by their own shrine, getting their health back and staying alive. Meanwhile, Alona has to flash out, but that's okay because that shrine is going to help them. She can retreat for now, but has to be careful as the Black Knight is going for the chase. Can he get the kill? No! Spartacus with the defensive help. Once again, protecting that healer. Spartacus is just on a roll.
You see Black Knight trying to get his way in, but red team Spartacus is not going to let it happen.
Absolutely.
And there you see red team's Alona clear out that relic, move it out, and get you a little thinking time before getting intercepted by the blue team again.
And just like that, the relic's back in midfield.
And we have a power play for the blue team, but they're coming back so quickly. I think one of those guys must have a Reaper timing set up because their countdown time is going really fast.
Oh my goodness, the call out has been made. Thorns get popped, and just like that, Alona goes for the score as everybody's stuck and hit stun. And that is a really clean power play from them, a great breakaway, and an amazing score. That was clean.